Hello everyone, welcome back to PM Academy. Today's topic is Paper 2 of MTS exam conducted by Staff Selection Commission. Dear students, in my previous lecture, I have discussed with you about Paper 1 about MTS exam. Today's topic or in today's lecture, I am only focusing on the Paper 2 of MTS exam conducted by Staff Selection Commission. Dear students, paper 1 was computer based, objective type, multiple choice. Just opposite is the paper 2. It is descriptive type, pen and paper mode, and complete details. I just want to give you the lecture. Dear students, keep in mind that this paper 2 is completely different from the pen and paper mode of 10 plus 2 levels or CHSL, or you can say CGL level, or after graduation, or the CGL exams of the Staff Selection Commission. Because in that exams, pen and paper mode is the different rules regulation are applicable, but here in this case the rules regulation is different because this is the metric level exam, or this exam is known as the MTS. So in this exam, dear students, this the pen and paper mode known as the paper 2 exam, and in this case also same thing is there. You have to write an essay and write an application or a letter, but it is the different because here in the paper 2 of MTS exam, dear students, so question comes in English, Hindi, and also option is given to you. Question comes in English, Hindi, and any other language of the 8th schedule of the Indian Constitution. So you are allowed to write either English, Hindi, or any other language you like, or which is mentioned in the 8th schedule of the Constitution. Means 23 languages are there in the 8th schedule of the Constitution. You are allowed to write all the 23 languages, but you must have opted in your the online applications. So without mentioning the preference, so you can also write it, otherwise the paper will be the rejected. And in this paper, dear students, keep in mind that this paper is maximum mark is 50 marks, and the duration of this paper is for 30 minutes, and those are eligible for the scribe, that is for them 40 minutes, for them 10 minutes extra. And in this paper, dear students, keep in mind that you have to write only one essay, you have to write only the one letter or one application. In this case, the difference is there from the CGL and CHSL. So 5 essays will be there and 5 letters or 5 applications will be there. So out of the 5 essays, you have to choose only the one. Out of the 5 letters or applications, you have to choose only the one. In this case, dear students, what happens in CGL and CHSL? So word limits are there. Here you will not find any word limits, and there is no boxes. So you should be very careful about the writing because the time is only 30 minutes. So you can divide that 15 minutes each. And keep in mind that while you are writing this the paper 2, that is the pen and paper mode exam or descriptive papers, everyone when the letter and the essay is there, almost all the students try to write an essay fast. While writing an essay, keep in mind that so you have to devote only the 15 or the 17 minutes for the essays. So your introduction of the essay should be very attractive one, because first impression lasts long. The examiner will be satisfied if the introduction is good, otherwise it will carry the bad impression and it can give you the bad marks also in the letters. So you can divide the essay writing in the 3 parts, that is introduction part, main body part, and the conclusion part. So you should try your the best to write the essays within 15 minutes, and 15 minutes you can also devote for the writing of the letters. So in this case, dear students, paper 2 is now it is clear that 5 essay, 5 letters. You have to attempt only one letter, one essay, 30 minutes. And the thing is that actual certain instructions are also there. You should be very, very careful. And also you keep in mind that also, so this paper, particularly this the paper 2, it is the qualifying in the nature. If you are scoring the, suppose out of 50-40 marks, that will not be uh, helpful for you for, that means for final selections of the, that means MTS, because only the paper 1 will be counted for the merit list. Still then, the paper 2 has the eligibility criteria, qualifying criteria is there. Those are the open category, 40% they have to score. Those are the non-open category or the reserve category, they have to 35% they have to score in the paper 2. Then they will be the eligible, they can, thereafter they can also clear that papers, then the paper 1 will be counted. If they have scored 40%, open category by 40% and the reserve category by 35%. Then those who clear the paper 2, they are the paper 1 will be counted, final merit list will be the, final merit list will be declared. Then I am taking you certain instruction in there in the paper 2. Instruction number 1, while you are receiving the answer sheet in the exam hall, be careful that actuals you have to write your the roll number where the space provided. You have to affix your signature, and also you have to mains actuals, what I want to tell you, first is the roll number, second is affix your the photographs, then sorry, affix your the signature. Then another thing is that actual, so left hand thumb impression, the space provided, you have to put the left hand thumb impression there. If you are missing any one of them, then your the paper will be rejected, it will not be evaluated. So then another thing, you carefully, you must be very, very careful. Another thing is that the unfair means practice or UFM rules are applicable to all, to CGM, to CHSL as well as the MTS. Same rule is there. So you are not allowed to reveal your the name, your mail ID, or your address, your mobile number, or any signs and the symbols inside the answer sheet. You are also not allowed to write anything at the, or you are not allowed to do any the rough work at the back side of the answer sheet, because your the paper will be rejected or it will be declared as the unfair means. Means unfair means rules are applicable to all, but the exam pattern is the different from the MTS is the different from CGL and the CHSL. Then dear students, while writing the answer, already in the 8 schedule 23 languages are there. So that is permissible. Assamese, Bengali, Bodo, Dongri, Gujarati, Kannada, Kashmir, Konkani, Maithili. In this way, 23 languages which are specified or which are mentioned or which has been, that means which languages are there in the 8th schedule of the constitutions, you are allowed to that language only. You are free here, but in this case CGL and CHSL, that is not allowed, either English or Hindi. And another thing, keep in mind that actually suppose you are writing essay in the English and then letter in Hindi, then that is not allowed. So you have to write both and you have to give your the options while filling up the online application form. Then dear students, you just keep in mind that actual while you are writing, there is no word limit, there is no boxes like the CGL and CHSL. So you are free to write any words you like, but the time is very limited. You should be very, very careful about that ones. Means only 30 minutes, two things you have to write, one essay, one letter. Then dear students, I just want to give you one example how the question came in the 2019. 5 passages were there. So I just giving the example of the 5 passages. First one is air pollution, second family responsibility, third one importance of education, fourth one increasing stress on students, fifth one clean India movement. So 5 essays in this way there, you have to write only one essay. Then letter, 5 letters were there. You are Mahesh or Renu and you live in the Preet Bihar, New Delhi. Write a letter to your friend telling him or her not able to attend your they are the marriage due to the other prior commitments. It's the letter number 1. That means they are not able to attend the marriage due to the prior commitment. Second one is you are Prabha or the Barun and you live in the Preet Vihar, New Delhi. Write a letter your the principal, granting him some extra times to pay your the, that means examination fee. That means you have to request to the principal to grant you the extra times to pay the examination fee. Third letter was the health officer in the MCD to highlight the breeding mosquito problems in your the locality. Fourth letter was that actual you shifted to the hostel in a college. So you have to write the about the hostel facilities. Write a letter to your the friend about the hostel life. Fifth one is there, letter to the librarian to make the availability of the books of the general knowledge. Means actually in this way 5 letters are come. So different categories of the letters are there. You should be very careful because I just gave you the example of 2019 5 essays on the 5 letters. So you can get it from the SSC websites or so many YouTube channels you can also get it. So means actual just example I gave you that actual these are the 5 types of the letters. Essay trend is the one way, but 5 letters, 5 styles are also there. When the letters, one letter is different from the other letters in the style of writing. So you should be very careful. You have to prepare well for writing the letters. Dear student, it is for the paper 2 of the MTS of Staff Selection Commission. Before concluding my lecture, dear students, my advice, it is my request to you to like my channel, subscribe if you are the first viewer, and give a comment. Then I will also reply you because I am ready to reply to your the comment. I like the good comment and the bad comment. If anything good you like, you just share it. If you are the anything, if you have some reservations, you just also give your the comment. I will reply you soon. So this is for today. Thank you very much, dear students.